Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been a long old time and it's because of this dissertation that this is my first video in like 6 months. I was hoping to get this dissertation done originally by the end of summer, and then it was by my birthday, which was on the 10th of November. Now I'm hoping to get it done before Christmas, so I'm hoping in the next 20 days I'm going to be all done. Though that might be overly ambitious and maybe I'll be done by the start of the new year or in early January. I don't know, but I'm going to really give it a go. Currently, I'm at my parents' house. I've come home to get that extra bit of support so I can really work on my dissertation. So an overview of my dissertation is it's about disability representation in children's media and products. I've got chapter 1, which is about lots of the background. Chapter 2 is about literature and the representation that is available in children's literature. Chapter 3 is about TV and film, so the tropes that are constantly brought up with an emphasis on fairy tales. Chapter 4 is about children's products, so toys very specifically. So that is the structure of my dissertation. Currently, I'm slightly over 11,000 words, but I still have bits to add in here and there. I want to talk more about own voices. I want to weave in the models of disability throughout the piece more seamlessly. I want to do much more linking around and tying bits together, because all of these types of media and products, they're all related and they're all part of one overarching children's market. And after I've done that last bit of writing and all the linking together, then we're going to start on the editing process, the cutting down, the making sure it makes sense, the grammar, the sentence structure. So it definitely needs editing so that it's the best it can be. Okay, and just before we get started, let's have a quick recap over the last 6 months of work and the couple of clips that I filmed in that time. Today is the first day of my dissertation, which is the last thing I have to do for my whole degree. The dissertation is 10,000 words and it can be on any topic you want. So my topic is on the representation of disability in children's media and products, whether there is adequate representation, both enough and quality representation. Disability is something I care particularly about, if you've seen my channel. So at the moment it is the 9th of June and my aim is to finish my dissertation by the end of August. So the reason that I'm doing my dissertation in the summer and not during the academic year like everyone else did is because of my health. I had to cut down on the amount of work I was doing at the time. So now dissertation is the only thing I have to focus on. All my other assignments have been finished. So this is it. This is dissertation time. And because at the beginning of the year I believed that I would do the dissertation in the academic year, same as everyone else, I did start writing some things. So I do have a couple of paragraphs that will be in my chapter 1. Over the next 2 weeks, I'm going to hopefully finish my chapter 1 and start my chapter 2. That's the goal for the next 2 weeks. As I've said, chapter 1 has already been started, so obviously I need to read through that and see what on earth I wrote because I don't remember it. So reading through that, editing it, those are my first jobs. I don't know how this is going to go. I don't know if it's going to be doable or if it's going to be hell like some other assignments have been, but I'm actually going to start working now. I am a bit excited. I'm also quite terrified, but I am excited. So I've done my first hour of the day and it's going okay. There's one section that just seems like I'm just struggling to find good references, but I do keep finding lots of other references for other parts, so I know that when I get to those parts they'll go quicker than this because this is a bit hard. But I think the next hour is just going to be start writing that section with the few references I have and move on. I can't get stuck on one section too long. I can do this. So it's been quite a while since I last filmed about my dissertation. Unfortunately, I've been having a lot of issues with chest pain and my lungs. It's not been easy, and so I haven't really done much dissertation stuff in the last couple of weeks. So before I had time off because I felt really awful, I finished draft 1 of chapter 1 of my dissertation, and today we are starting on chapter 2. Chapter 2 is all about literature and the representation in children's literature. So that is what we are doing today. We're going to start on chapter 2. literal months have passed and it is now October 22. I'm still working on my dissertation, obviously, because it is a big old piece of work and I haven't filmed anything in months because you know what? Dissertation, really hard. The topic I chose I still find super interesting, which is a really good thing, and enjoying might be a strong word. I am doing it. I knew it would be hard and I knew it would be a lot of work, but it's hard. So my own little personal deadline is the 9th of November. That is when I would like to get it done. I have written the 5 chapters and I'm currently editing the chapters. After I've edited, then I'm going to abstract, intro, conclusion. The last couple of months have been really hard. I've definitely had very much an up and down. I can do this, it's gonna be okay, and a, oh my god, this is too hard. My mental health is suffering, the world is ending, it's a nightmare. I'm very much on a swing between those two kind of thoughts in my head, and I'm trying to stay towards, you know, I can do this, but it's not always possible, you know, swinging back in the other direction and going, I can't do it. I'm getting close, we're getting there. I've kind of started to feel like it's coming together and I can do it.
Oh my god, sorry. Are you filming? Yeah. Hi.
I'm going to be starting off today by trying to weave through the models of disability more seamlessly throughout the whole work. That's something that I think I really need to improve on. So that's my focus for today. I'm also going to be having my mum read chapter 1 today. So hopefully at the end of the day I'll get some feedback on that. What she's going to be looking for is mostly comprehension. Does she understand what I've written? Have I explained the sociological terms well enough that someone who doesn't have a sociology degree can understand it? So from here on out we're going to be grinding and really getting into it. Previous to this, I've had some months where I was doing really well, some months where I was doing really awfully, mental health and physical health wise. It's really been all over the place. So we're starting here. This is the final month of my dissertation. This is going to be the last big push. And yeah, here we go. Okay, it is day 2 of the last month of my dissertation, and today I'm going to be finishing my paragraphs on own voices, content and literature, and then I'm going to be moving swiftly along to wheelchair focus in lots of media, and how whenever people think disability they think wheelchair like that, like they're connected, like they're not that they're not connected, but people think that they're one and the same, and obviously it's not true that everyone with a disability uses a wheelchair, and not everyone who uses a wheelchair uses it all the time. So that's the second half of what I'm doing today. Let's go. Day 4 of working, and my laptop yesterday mysteriously decided that all the problems it had with lag and being a nightmare got a lot worse, and is kind of unusable now, so I'm now borrowing my dad's laptop. So it's Saturday and I think I've decided I'm going to work on Saturdays but not Sundays. Usually I give myself both weekend days off, but today I'm feeling like I can do things, so I think I'm going to try and do 1 day off a week, and hopefully that won't be overworking myself. I'm only doing 2 hours of work a day, which I know is sustainable for me. Everything that I had written down that I wanted to write, I've now done. So everything left is editing, linking, finding references, all of that kind of stuff, you know, improving in the final stuff. Oh, and cutting down because I'm certain I have way too many words. But the initial first draft is completely done, and it's the editing process from here.
Okay, I started.
like a couple of days since I've done any work. I went back to my house for Christmas celebrations with my friends. I'm now back and we will be working today. So it's today, tomorrow and the day after of work, and then we'll come back after Christmas and keep working. I'm still hoping for before New Year's, dissertation finished in this calendar year, hopefully, but that's the plan anyway. So after I filmed the clip yesterday, I started trying to work, had a panic attack, cried, and then had a nap and didn't do any work. So we're gonna try again today. We can do it. So it's whatever day it is now, I don't know, and I overdid it at Christmas. I could have anticipated that. I always overdo it at Christmas, but I don't think I ever remember quite how difficult Christmas is. I never anticipate quite how much of a flare-up Christmas is going to cause. So it's like mid-January, just starting to get back in the swing of things. I did a little bit of work yesterday. I've been trying to get back into working, but it's really hard because I feel quite terrible. It's just never going to be over because I can do almost nothing every day. I wanted it done in September, and then I wanted it done by my birthday, and then I wanted it done by Christmas, and then I wanted it done by the new year, and now I'm like, oh, just before the end of January, please. I am close, but it's hard because I can not really do much each day. So, you know, just feel awful. All the symptoms, you know, just exhaustion and just over emotional and in pain and, you know, everything. My brain's kind of foggy, so it's kind of hard to work. It's just really difficult. And obviously the solution to this is rest, but I just want my dissertation over. I don't want to rest. I don't want to have 2 weeks or like a month's rest. I just want it to be finished. So it's the 25th and I have sent my dissertation off to a couple of friends for them to read and give notes. So while I'm waiting for them to do that, I am going to be bibliographying. I have just lists and lists of things I've read. I need to make sure everything I've cited I have an actual reference for, and that the references are correct and cited correctly. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm going to start building the list. It's one of those things that's kind of time consuming, but it's not hard. I haven't done a lot about emotions or how I'm like coping, and that's because I've been too busy having emotions and trying to cope. But today I had some like computer problems and it really threw me off emotionally, and obviously I cried several times. Obviously, as I'm getting to the end, I'm working quite hard because I want it to be done, and I'm really running out of excess and the ability to continue to regulate myself. Every day my symptoms are worse because I'm not resting like I should, because I'm just trying to get it over and done with, and stress is always the biggest thing for me. So in the last couple of weeks I've barely got out of bed. You've seen that the clips of me working have changed from in the living room to in my bed, and that's quite like indicative of everything that's going on. I'm not getting up. I'm getting up to go to dinner, and that's about it really. You know, things are hard. My body's not doing well because I've been working on this for like 6 months, and I'm so tired, and I feel defeated. Today is the day. Today I'm handing it in. Today it's going to be done. And today I'm going to work until it's done, because I have no ability to do this anymore. But we're really close. The reference list is finished. I just need to finish editing the suggested edits from my friends who've read it, and I need to just, pop it in the format, make sure I've got everything, do all that kind of stuff, and send it. And then we're going to be done with my dissertation, done with my degree, done with feeling this awful, because I can finally properly rest, have some time, and get back to like some semblance of like a life where I do things that aren't just work on this. Today's the day. It's taken so long. I feel very emotional with the idea that it's nearly finished and I'm not gonna have to do it anymore. Oh my god, do I want it to be finished? We got this. So I've done 2 hours of work. It's lunchtime. Then I'm gonna have a nap, which I always have in the middle of the day. It's a spectacular use of time. And the plan for after the nap is I'm gonna keep working on it until it's done, basically. That's my plan, but here is lunch in bed. Also courtesy of my mum, who is an angel. This day is lasting for literally forever. I've done so much work and I keep finding more jobs. And I'm so tired. I'm having a break. For now, I don't know what time it is. I'm having a break until dinner, and I'm gonna try and finish everything after dinner. That's the plan. I promise it's a different time and I have moved. I did some more work, I had dinner, I came back, I did some more work. Just here again. It's finished. I don't really know how to process it. I haven't sent it off yet. I'm gonna do a final check of all the guidelines tomorrow to make sure I haven't missed anything. University's over now, officially, and I'm so glad. But what now? That was my big thing. I dreamed about going to university for 2 years. After all my friends went, I stayed at home for 2 years because I wasn't well enough to go. I dreamed about it. I wanted it so much. And then it took 3.5 years to actually do. So 5.5 years going to university was my whole thing. It was my goal. It was my... And it's over. And I'm so glad because it was so hard. But now what? I just gotta click send. I've done everything I could possibly do.
You synced it off?
Not yet. I was looking at the button.
Just press the button. Just press the button.
I pressed it.
It's done. Are they happy tears? Or just relief?
I don't know.
Yay.
So I did it. It's done. It's been a long old journey and it hasn't been easy, and I really struggled with it. It's a huge piece of work, for me at least. I can't quite believe it's over. The last clip you saw is me crying, and that lasted for quite a long time. I just kept crying and I couldn't stop. I really kind of just let all the tension and stress out in just that kind of just like absolute relief. I have no idea how good it is. I have no idea whether I'm going to get a good grade in it, but it's done. My degree is done. I'm finished. I will graduate in the summer. It's been a couple of days and it still feels very surreal. It's one of those things that felt like it was never going to end, and now it's ended, and I feel just relief. Another thing that happened when I sent it in was after Christmas I bought myself a pair of shoes that were on sale. I'm that kind of person. I succeed at something and I buy myself a present to celebrate. So I bought myself a pair of shoes after Christmas when the sales were on, and I had my mum hide them so I would get them when I was finished. But it's done. It's all over. This is the end of the video. I've done it. I hope you come back and see my graduation vlog in the summer. I'm so excited, and I will probably cry in that video too. The shoes I bought are primarily bought to wear at graduation, like that's their purpose. From now on, I'm going to be posting videos regularly because I'm not working on my university stuff anymore. And this is like a new chapter. My degree is over and I'm going to get back into Instagram and YouTube stuff and try and get my mental health sorted out, you know, lots of things to do. But I hope you stick around and join me on my working out what I'm doing after university journey. And I will see you in the next video, which will be in 2 weeks' time. But if you don't want to wait that long, there are other videos on the screen now for you to watch. Bye!